I would like to welcome you to the feels stream. We are experiencing all sorts of feels today. You're welcome to share your feels.
Cat life.
Hello, I'm Ella, and I'm new in town. I'm your new male deer. I'm your first male deer? My job is to carry letters back and forth between people who need cheering up. Aww. Which is only everybody. Exactly. Everybody needs cheering up. Before I register you with the post office, I need to make a couple of things super clear. Kind Words is full of real people talking about real problems. Oh shit, really? Is it real people? I thought it's NPCs. Real people? This is not a place for mean jokes, bullying, or flippant responses. I do what I can to keep this place safe, caring place, but I'm only one deer. If you're ready to be kind and receive kindness in return, please sign here. You're gonna write your first letter. How exciting. Remember, you can't solve everyone's problems, but you can always let people know you hear them and they're not alone. That's such a nice game. Okay, guys, we're gonna help some people. Well, not help, but just listen. Okay, view requests. Oh my god. My relationship has all but failed. She won't open up to me no matter what I do. I feel like my emotions are hurting her more than they hurt me. Am I doing something wrong? Is it my fault? Relationships are complicated, and it's important to communicate with your partner to the best of your abilities. Don't ever be ashamed or afraid to say what you feel, even if it's not good, and communicate how you can get through this together. Or if it's for the best to go your own path. Okay, being around my brother makes me feel like shit. Every time we hang out, they always say they want to spend time, but when they do, they act very disinterested and start ignoring what I say. I talk to them about this, but they just deny that they do this. Family issues are complicated. If they are not willing to communicate, all you can do is try. Eventually, over time, they might open up about what the problem is. But also, family is complicated. Don't always assume that you have to spend time together. It's like you don't have to spend time with your family if you don't want to. If that makes you feel like shit, then don't do it. But people don't see that sometimes because family is family, and you keep thinking I have to spend time with my family, but you really don't have to if you don't want to. Family can be complicated at times. Family is always complicated. I don't think there's a single time when family isn't complicated. Thank you for taking the time to think about a stranger. Our was just right over. I have a disorder called misophonia. I don't know what that is. I have audio and visual triggers that throw me into panic. And quarantine has been super hard with my family because it's not their fault, but they're my biggest triggers. Let's reply. Communication is the solution to most problems. You have to communicate with your family and tell them how you feel and what your triggers are and how they affect you. It isn't their fault, but they can support you to the best of their ability if they understand your position. I'm worried that I'm demi-asexual. I'm 100% not sure because I haven't had sex yet. And I fear because I feel like it reduces my chance of finding a partner. What if I find a great person, the one, but they leave me because they don't want to live without sex? I mean, I'm gonna say when you're generalizing 99.9% of the time, the answer is communication, by the way, communication. Also, there is no such thing as the one. I don't believe in that. I think you can't really know without the experience, though. Am I wrong in assuming that? I think to be able to know for certain, you have to have the experience. I don't believe in the one true love, no devil. I think that's bullshit that we made up as society. You won't know the answers to these questions without experience. You have to be bold and communicate with your potential partners and be upfront and honest. You can't be certain about anything without experiencing it first. Also, I personally think that believing there is the one puts too much pressure on a potential relationship. The one isn't someone you meet, it's someone you grow together with and make into the one. Because people think they meet the one and they put all that pressure on that person, and most people are gonna back off immediately and they're gonna be like, my sister told me after the first date, because I was so different. Sure, I mean, everyone is. You always get into that honeymoon period with everyone. Like when you're feeling attracted to someone, you go into the honeymoon period, your brain does a weird brain fart thing. But then what makes the one is what happens after the honeymoon period is over. After your passion kind of becomes the norm. It's luck that you piece the puzzle pieces together, and I'm sure that you used a lot of tenacity and hard work to keep the relationship going, and you've had tough times, good times, bad times, and you've gone through them together. People who feel too much pressure on them for being the one, when they encounter tough times, sometimes they break under the pressure of being the one. I met who I thought was gonna be the one once, and then it didn't work out, and I didn't try to get close to anyone for a long time after. And I thought that when you meet that person, the world would help put you together, but it didn't want to. I missed a lot of time and opportunity to grow because of that, because I misunderstood just how valuable communication can be. Exactly. The main reason people break up and fall apart is because they don't put work into the relationship, and they don't communicate in the relationship. You have to go past your ego, past your shame, past your jealousy, past a lot of feelings that feel natural to us. You have to get past them and communicate them and say stuff that you are too ashamed to say in order to be on the same level with your partner. Okay, the one is not something that you get straight out of the box. It's a million piece puzzle that you put together over time, that you take a lifetime to put together, and in the end you look back on your whole lifetime and you're like, that's the one. You don't say after a month that's the one. You don't say after immediately meeting someone after a first date that's the one, because that puts unnecessary pressure on both parties and it can prove to be not true. You don't know that yet. You find out that someone is the one after a lifetime with that person. That's my opinion. I'm in therapy due to a burnout depression diagnosis. I'm not strictly not allowed to work. When everyone was in lockdown, it was fine, but now everyone is slowly going back. Everyone is busy again, and I feel completely awful and useless. Whew. That hits too hard. Too close to home for me, because I've been in that situation. You should focus on yourself and improving yourself before you're able to contribute to anything else. You're not a burden and you're not useless. You just need to help yourself first before you're able to help anybody else. I'm kind of trying not to cry. This hits too hard. Okay. I mean, yeah. Focus on yourself and improving yourself before you're able to contribute to anything else. You're not a burden and you're not useless. You just need to help yourself first before you're able to help anybody else. Learn to love yourself. I believe in you. Oh fuck, this is getting hard. Oh shit. Oh my god. Ah.